Hey, I'm back. Yes, this is a sudden upload, a sudden video. I have not posted in 9 months. And I know this is a sudden video, and you're probably like,
CJ, I just want to watch the video.
I know, but I just want to say I'm back. And obviously with what's going on, there's gonna be more stuff. So yeah, I got another video working on. I don't want to say what it is. I don't want to spoil it. But this video came out really out of the blue because it's Legoshi's birthday. This guy over here, it's his birthday today, and I was like, oh, it's just for fun, you know, just to release a Beastars video on his birthday. So I posted it, and you're watching it right now, so that's okay. But yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. You know, YouTube, good job. Yeah, okay, let's just get to it. So, I finally got a chance to watch Beastars thanks to the creators, and after a day of binge watching, I can say it's the best thing that came out of modern anime. Now you're probably thinking and scratching your head, CJ, why did you watch an anime made for furries? You're a weirdo. You're a furry. Well, hold on there. Settle down. Let me explain. Beastars is a 2019 CGI animated show that has a blend of comedy, drama, romance, mystery, and thriller with a... that's too much, honestly. Holy... story that revolves a carnivore wolf named Legoshi facing the fact that he has the horny for a herbivore white dwarf rabbit named Haru. A murder mystery happens in the high school, and everyone now is being cautious when it comes to carnivores. Yay! Species racism. Speciesism? Right? Is that what it's called? But CJ, why did you watch it if it's made for furries and is a darker version of that one Disney movie it's trying to rip off? I hear you. Just let me explain. Relax.
Ha! Legoshi!
I've been part of the drama club for quite a while now. This will be my first time performing on stage.
This clip is the first time I was exposed to Beastars. I was confused and wondering why YouTube recommended me this anime-looking version of Zootopia, considering the fact I was only looking up My Hero Academia stuff. Then, I came across the opening for the show, and I was actually surprised how much I like it, yet I still didn't watch it. I was constantly having this mindset that it was just an anime made for furries. Boy, was I wrong. As months passed, and my friends kept pressuring me to watch the episodes, I still never had the chance to do it until this March. And upon watching all 12 episodes, I think saying that I'm in love with Beastars is a bit of an understatement. First of all, this anime has something that I don't think any other ones can do, and that's being able to be rewatchable. When you watch this for the first time, you learn a lot about certain characters, but then when you watch it again, you see the small details on their actions and characteristics. In this scene, where Louis is pressuring Legoshi to bite him, hits differently when you learn more about his backstory. At first, you're on Legoshi's side and questioning why Furry Kechi over here wants him to take a big old bite on his hand. But when watching it again, you're like, oh, he's reminded about that. And that's one of the many beauties about this show. Not only that, but this anime probably has the best, if not most addictive opening in anime history. This OP is a banger, there's no denying that. Wild Style is such a perfect song for the show's OP, and it has all that jazz sound while having its dark background to it. On top of that, you're watching a freaking stop motion of what's a sneak peek about this season. Also, this is very wholesome. Oh my god. My friend and I discussed how these three different segments represents Legoshi's problems once he meets Haru. The first segment, the one where he's running after Haru, is meant to show how he's relying on his animal instincts. Both are running in the forest, which is coincidentally on top of Louis' head, and Legoshi is trying to catch up to not due to the desire of eating her, but rather wanting to talk to her. It could also be the desire to run for a woman he's had sort of feelings with. And here Haru is also running because, well, she's a bunny, and there's a wolf running right behind her. Are you kidding me? That changes, however, once he sees Haru and realizes the feelings that he has for her is love. It turns bright and the students start to dance, symbolizing their relationship that they have despite the differences between the two. It's all fun and games until it transitions to the third part and probably the most shocking twist. Its final segment shows how Legoshi is struggling with his carnivore instincts and eats Haru. With just the OP, we are given the mindset he's having, but also the struggles he's facing every day, and we're in that journey with him. And then there are the characters. Happy birthday, Legoshi. You're finally 18. That's a manga reference. Legoshi is our main lovable, dorky, and oblivious wolf who's always getting the horny and falls in love with a white dwarf rabbit named Haru. I know I already said it, but it's his character, I have to. It's interesting to see how Legoshi changes from who he is at the start of the episode up until the very end. His change feels organic, it's not rushed, nor is it overly dramatic. Not to mention, his love for Haru is so strong and compassionate that you start to feel bad for the guy whenever he doubts himself. What's also interesting is how we, the audience, are in his shoes, almost going along the journey with him. Whenever he learns something new about him, he tries to push forward but then backs down as he's unaware how to properly execute it. There's also nice details to his expressions, like how his tail wags whenever he talks to Haru, or how his ears droop whenever he's feeling sad or pressured. He's my favorite character in the anime not only due to how his desires and struggles are realistic for us humans can relate to, but it's also how he shows his attempts trying to act against society's mindset of how wolves like him are dangerous. In short, Legoshi is best boy and he's trying his best. Haru is interesting because you get to see like two sides of her. You're introduced to her as a bunny who's getting bullied a lot, and then the next episode this happens. Whoa. Besides the fact that she was trying to seduce Legoshi, dude, look at the detail of the fur. Like, how did they animate that? So yeah, I don't have much to say about Haru, mostly because of how I'm interested with Legoshi and Louis thanks to the manga. While she's Legoshi's main interest and goal to be in a relationship, it's weird how she's not in the story that much in both the anime and manga later on. However, she does have big moments in the last 3 episodes, and that's where she truly shines in my opinion. Now, excuse me, we're getting to the meaty character in all of Beastars. And it's Furry Akechi! Okay, I'm sorry, it sounded funnier in my head, I'll stop. The main reason I said that is because of how I watched the entire series in dub, and I heard Louis' voice and I was freaking out. Yes, I watched the entire series in dub, so what? Wait, what are we talking about? Oh yeah, we're talking about Louis. Like as I said earlier, Louis is actually like Akechi, but once you learn his backstory, you start to see the contrast between the two. Louis is this egotistical deer who focuses on things that benefit himself and only to herbivores. He also has this hatred towards Legoshi because of the fact he's constantly trying to act nice when both know what he's capable of. In fact, his hatred is so strong that he forces Legoshi to go berserk 5 times throughout the season. His character growth is similar to Legoshi, but it's mostly in the negative way. While this wolf sees new things and has positive changes to them, Louis is stuck to this one mindset and fails to see the countless doors of opportunity in front of him. There's this sort of change between the two species that you never notice until the last episode, and I want you guys to notice that yourselves as you watch it. When you have a chance to watch the anime, be sure to look out for Louis because the arc that comes after this season is really important, even to Legoshi. Lastly, I want to quickly gloss over the large and possible controversial topics this series shines light on, and that being racism, love, and knowing your true self. As stated earlier, there's this topic of racism when it comes to carnivores and herbivores. Obviously that happens to our real world, but in here it's almost a metaphor of how damaging it can be. The anime also dives into what it was like to fall in love with someone that society says is illegal or out of the ordinary. I believe that these two topics perfectly blend for Haru and Legoshi's characters, as both are facing racism for their species while knowing that they can't fall in love to one another due to their fear on what society would think about them. Finally, the topic of knowing your true self is heavily involved throughout the season, and it's what drives Legoshi to change into a different wolf. We all might know someone who puts on a mask and acts like a different person when they're in public. We never check on them, we're just like, hey, what's up? So if you have the time, go ahead and just try to watch the first episode of the series. It's really unique and it never shies away from the topics that I mentioned. So go ahead, analyze it yourself and tell me what you think about it. And if this explanation didn't change your mind and you still see this as a furry anime or darker version of Zootopia, that's good. I'm not gonna try and force you to watch it, but I do hope what I said is somewhat interesting.